going? I'm super excited to share this sequence with you. Today we're going to be doing different yoga poses for the hips. A bit of the inner hips, a little bit of the outer hips. Let's just get started. Really nice and easy. We're going to come to lay on the back with the knees open to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. So we bring the soles of the feet together. Toes will touch, heels will touch. You just open the knees out to the side and make your way all the way down onto the floor. Back rests on the floor. Make any movements and adjustments to your position. Try to bring both legs, left leg, right leg, equal weight on the floor. You can rest your hands on the belly, you can rest the hands out to the side or take the arms up overhead, anywhere where it feels the best for you. And feel free to take a blanket, place it over you if you need to be a little bit more warm on these chilly days. Just taking the head from side to side, releasing the neck, and then bring the neck back to center. Tuck the chin slightly in towards the chest, just to lengthen the back of the neck. Just beginning to settle here in the pose. Connecting inward to that stillness. See if you can connect to that space that the body occupies on the floor. And with every breath, just giving yourself permission to release and relax. And with the knees, you're really not pulling them or dragging them towards the floor. We're just releasing the legs completely, just letting the thighs, the knees be heavy. And that's you. As you're able to surrender and let go, the knees will begin to automatically start drawing down towards the floor. As you stay in this pose, you may feel the sensation in the inner thighs begin to change, maybe intensify. See if you can relax into that feeling. Instead of tense the hip muscles and try to hold yourself together, to see if you can really just surrender to the floor. Surrender to this pose. Notice how your natural breath is. Noticing that gentle rise and fall of the chest as you breathe in and out. And it's a funny thing. Naturally, I have super tight hips. Really, really tight hips. They have gotten a lot more flexible through yoga, but I still, my hips are tight. The funny thing is that now I actually really enjoy hip openers, yoga for the hips. And maybe because it's deep down, I know that that's what my body really needs. Even if it's like maybe not the most comfortable place for me to hang out, I still find enjoyment. And I look forward to working with my hips. Sometimes I go a little bit too overboard and I have to remind myself I have to give myself a balanced practice. Anyway, I'm going to take the hands on either sides of the knees and gently draw the knees back in towards each other. Again, taking weight from side to side. From here, we're going to come into a happy baby. So a normal happy baby is your elbows come on the insides of the knees, and then we're going to take the hands to the outer edges of the feet, drawing the knees and the thighs towards the floor on either side of the chest. Now if you can't reach up to hold the feet, no problem. You're just going to hold onto the backs of the thighs. So you just wrap your arms around, hold on, and we're still trying to bring the knees and the thighs down to the floor. Instead of dropping the feet towards the hips, see if you can keep the hips lifted, the feet lifted up toward the ceiling. And then we just kind of hang out here. So whether your arms are wrapped around the thighs or maybe wrapped around the outer edges of the feet, just kind of bring a little ease into the pose. Rock from side to side, just very gently. And you want to make sure the chin doesn't kind of jar up like that, but keep bringing the chin down toward the chest, drawing the hips down towards the floor. So really finding length in the back of the body. And see how it feels to maybe straighten one leg and bend the other. And you can do this too If you're holding onto the thighs, and you don't have to straighten the leg all the way, it can stay a little bit bent. Just kind of moving the legs, moving into the hips, exploring the body. With every movement, just feeling the body in the pose. Pausing, wherever feels good, wherever you want to hold the stretch a little bit longer. Wherever you feel the sensation, just taking the awareness of your breath there. And then we come back to center. We'll just take a couple breaths in stillness, spine lengthening. We're not forcing the body. It's very important to let any yoga practice, but especially when we work with the hips, not to force them in places they're not ready for. And when the body is ready to open, it will, and you will know. We're going to drop the feet together, just kind of holding onto the ankles. Again, just swishing the lower back from side to side. Drop the feet all the way down to the floor. And placing the feet on the floor, just take your hands and gently press these thighs away from the hip creases. Just creating a little more space and length. So all we're doing is just kind of shifting the skin away, creating a little space here. And then we're going to bend the right knee and bring the right foot to the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Right knee gently presses away from the body while the right foot stays flexed. Now if you feel this very intensely, then you're going to stay here. And if you want to go a little deeper, just interlace the fingers around the left thigh and lift that left foot off the floor. Or maybe you're going to hold on to the top of the left shin. Wherever you are, shoulders, upper back remain on the floor. Right foot remains flexed. And just hang out here. Again, just notice where you feel the stretch. It's going to feel different from person to person, from hip to hip. So just notice your body in this pose today. It might feel different than it did another day, or how it's going to feel tomorrow. Maybe take a little bit of weight over to the left hip, just kind of moving over an inch or two to the side, and notice how that changes the stretch. And then coming back to center. We're going to drop that left foot to the floor. So here we're going to move into a twist now. So two options. First option is right thigh is going to cross over the left, maybe tucking the back toes, extending the arms out to the side, and then just dropping the knees over. This is a pretty big stretch. So if this doesn't feel right for you, just have the knees stacked on top of each other, and then drop the knees over to one side. Wherever you are, wherever the legs and knees open up, just let it be. So you can have the knees bent, or you're going to have the right thigh crossed on top of the left thigh. The closer you have the legs to the body, the deeper the twist is going to be. Maybe looking over to the right fingertips or eyes closed, just feeling that twist in the spine. And then we come back to center from wherever you are. Right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor, just realigning to center. Picking up your left foot, ankle on top of the right thigh. Flexing the left foot, gently guiding that knee out away from the body. Stay here, or lift the right leg up. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh or on front of the shin. Connect to the breath, gently drawing the right thigh towards the chest. Left foot is flexed. Upper body firmly on the floor. We don't want the shoulders up by the ears. We don't want the chin lifting up. But keep a nice straight spine. Keep a bit of integrity in the pose. See if you'd like to maybe take a bit of weight off, maybe just an inch or two off towards the right, and just hold there for a few breaths. And you might feel that stretch deepening, maybe changing exactly where you feel it. It's in that left hip. And then we're coming back to center, gently releasing. the right leg back down to the floor. So again, 2 options of twist. Whatever you did on the first side, do again on the second side. So either the left leg is going to be on top, maybe toes tucking behind, or you're just going to have the knees stacked one on top of each other. Arms extend out at shoulder level and drop knees over towards the right, looking over towards the left hand, left fingertips. Upper back, shoulder blades remain on the floor so you can have the chest facing the ceiling as much as possible. So just kind of lift up the right chest and place it back down to creating a little more of a twist from the lower body, from the waist. And then just release and relax the body into this twist, especially that left outer hip. Let the legs be heavy, just wherever they move and open up to, it's okay. And then we're going to come back to center. Hug the knees in towards the chest and rock all the way up to sitting. We're going to bring the left knee on the floor and cross the right knee on top. So coming into a Gomukhasana or cow face pose. As you inhale, sweeping the arms up at shoulder level, we take the right arm and cross it over the left. Now if you like, you can just reach the fingertips around and just give yourself a big hug. Or you can bend the elbows and join palms. So either backs to the palms, fronts to the palms. Go ahead and lift the elbows up at shoulder level and reach them away from the body. So we're getting a little bit into the upper back. So one option is you're just gonna stay here sitting upright. You have a little more space, you need to forward fold. So hinge at the waist. And don't let the sit bones come off the floor. Go slowly, slowly. Maybe the arms are gonna rest here, and you're gonna feel this a lot, and you're gonna stay here. If you don't feel it enough, you're gonna draw those arms all the way to the floor and just kind of let the head hang down. And then just hang out here. And if for any chance you still don't feel it where you are, then you're gonna take the feet, keep them flexed, and just make them come in line with the front of the mat. And this should make the stretch a little bit more intense. So again, it's very important just to see where you are in the pose, notice how your body is, and make this practice your own. Make adjustments either deeper or take it back out. Inhale, we're gonna slowly lift up. And releasing the arms. We're gonna cross the legs. So just taking a little weight in the back, take the legs out, shake them out if you need to. And this time the right knee lays down, the left knee on top. And as much as possible, have knees right on top of each other and right in the center of the chest. So again, inhale, sweeping the arms out. This time the left arm on top of the right. You can stay here, just giving yourself a big hug, or bend the elbows, join the palms, lift the elbows up, shoulder level, take them out away from the body. Once again, you're gonna stay here or begin to forward fold anywhere. Resting the arms on the legs, resting the arms on the floor. Adjust your legs and your feet if you need to. But notice sometimes that left hip sit bone likes to lift up. See if you can keep both sit bones planting down into the floor. So don't let them lift up. Relax, especially that outer left hip. You should feel the stretch there. See if you can relax that muscle. With as you inhale, just creating space. And as you exhale, just kind of setting the whole weight of the body down onto the thighs, onto the legs if you're in a forward fold. Or just sitting with your spine lengthening upward. And as you inhale, slowly lifting back up, releasing the arms and taking the legs back out in front. And maybe you like to shake out the knees or shift the hips from side to side. From here, we're going to come into a forward fold. We're going to open out the legs wide. They don't have to be super wide, but the backs of the legs pressing down, toes pointing up, and this is quite a challenging posture for a lot of people. You can also just stay with the fingertips behind the hips and kind of lift the chest, and you're tilting the pelvis forward, and this already might be enough. This might
You might feel it enough here and you can stay here. Remember, there is no perfect place for you to be than what feels right for your body today in this practice. And then we take, if you have a little more space, you want to feel a little more, you're gonna walk the hands forward, maybe pressing down here, maybe lowering the forearms to the floor, or if you can, just getting the belly and the chest closer towards the floor. So this is really my tight area, and this is about as far as I go. But if you can make your chest down further, then just listen to your body. Spending a few breaths there. And remember, you can always just stay nice and upright. Get that pelvic tilt forward, spine lengthens, and this might be the best place for you. Just a few more breaths. And then we're slowly gonna come out if you're in a forward fold, bringing those legs back together, shake them out. We'll take the hands behind the hips and just rock the hips out from side to side. And that was all we had time for today. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I'll see you again tomorrow.